Hey, so this is part 2 to 6.6 solving systems of linear inequalities. If you guys are on your Google Classroom, notice I put a link here to get right onto DESMOS, the graphing calculator. So we're still working on number 1 here, and I want to explain to you why exactly we put false for that answer. So if we bring up the keyboard down here, and we type in that first inequality, it said y is less than x minus 3. So y, and then notice right down here where my mouse is, you've got your inequality symbols here. So less than x minus 3. And notice it went ahead, it graphed it for us, it shaded it for us, which I'll explain once we get down to problem number 4 through 6. I'll explain about how we graph and shade these. But right now, just take a look here. This is the first one, and then I'm going to press enter to graph the second one, which was y is greater than negative x plus 1. Negative x plus 1. I'll go ahead and hit enter here. So I'm going to move the keyboard. Notice it made the dotted lines, just like you took the notes on, that when it's just a greater than or less than symbol, they are dotted lines. So it went ahead and graphed this. Now notice the two colors over here, they overlap each other. So that is your system of your solutions. So remember when we were talking about just systems of equations, you were finding out the crossing point. So you'd be finding like this point right here where they cross at. That is not what we're concerned about, because this crossing point right here, if you notice, it is where two dotted lines are, and where two dotted lines are, it means that it doesn't include any points that are on that line. So 2, -1 right there does not satisfy both linear inequalities. So we're concerned about the points that are where this overlapping shaded area is. So in the problem, it asked us, does 2, -2 satisfy both of those equations? So we can go ahead and put those points in. So 2, -2. I can hit label if I'd like. And notice it did satisfy the first equation, which is up here in red. When we plugged that into this equation, y is less than x minus 3, then it worked for that one. Remember, we put true for that. We put true for the first one. And then we put false for the second one, which it did not cover any of the blue territory here. It only covered the red. So it is, the whole answer then is false, because we need it to be in both of these. We need it to be over here. So that first one then is false.